So Chase is welcome to the family.
It's good to be here. This is so bizarre. So initially I thought it would be lots of just clean, equally, perfectly spaced lines of code, like the way that I was imagining it.
Yeah.
And then looking at it, even I can see it now, some. And none of it makes any sense. And if it was a hallucination, A, it would move.
When you move, you mean? Like when you move, it will move with you. Is what you mean?
Yeah. Or it would morph, is what I mean. It could morph over time. And these are like object permanent. And I can see stuff in that direction, and I can move this way, and I can see in that direction. Like I'm looking beyond this little thing right here. And it's just weird. And it's even weirder that we can see it with our eye, you know? That there's no microscope here. There's no large hadron collider. We could just like shine a laser on a wall, and there's some.
But you have to bring your consciousness to a different state.
Yeah.
Which actually tells you something very big about what consciousness is. There's a continuum there.
Yeah.
It's not just what it is. There's like there's gradation of it.
Yeah, you get to that state, and it's just.
I think you nailed it with saying that it's weird. I think there's something very bizarre about it. It's like you don't expect to ever see this in your lifetime.
Yeah.
It's not something you ever expect to happen to you.
Yeah. And it's not, your brain isn't ready for it. And like when I saw it, the first 10 seconds is, this is a suggestion. I've gotten primed to see this stuff. And then I saw the same characters that you saw. Identical characters.
But it's not just the content. Would you agree that there's something about the way that it appears that makes it clear? You don't need a research grant. Like for you, when you see it, you're like, oh, it's like it is there. Like it's not, no matter how much I told you, it doesn't, like it's just there. Like,
it's there.
Yeah.
It's plain as day. You can see it. And it's permanent. So like if I move my head down, I can't see him right now anymore. I'm not really back in that state of consciousness right now. But moving my head down, I can see up. Like there's code back behind here and above it, and there's code back down. And it's almost, for me, it's like I'm looking at something that's on the wall and behind the wall at the exact same time. So it's like later on the wall and 5 feet behind it. So, and then when I try to look up, I can look up, and none of the numbers move or morph or change like we would think, like with a hallucination. Like anytime you hallucinate anything, you're going to have changes start to occur. They're going to have morphology. You're going to have, because anything that's hallucinogenic, the drug progresses. So I'm going to go through stages of this and stages of that. So things are going to change, but this is constant. And it stays in the same place. And it's as clear as day. There's no like, oh, you need to squint, you need to imagine it. You need to like work on your visualization skills a little bit more. And then like someone's whispering in your ear that, oh, imagine that, what if you could see characters in there? And just kind of suggesting these things to you. There's none of that happening. And I'm a pretty skeptical dude. And this is 100% easy to do. You don't need a microscope. You don't need an MRI. You don't need a research grant. You don't need $1 million to perform this thing. And there's no hardcore parameters. Like you throw it on a tripod and it's on a wall beside you. Like there's nothing fancy about this. And this can be duplicated so easily. For me to profess that I know what the F is going on right there,
No,
I have none. I have no idea. So if you're watching this, I'm a scientist. No idea what that is, but it is written in there. There's 100%. There's code inside of that. and it's not Japanese, it's not English, it's not ones and zeros like I thought it would be, like binary code. It's something else, and it's there. And what's amazing is that it doesn't matter if you move the laser. So like if I'm looking at that map over there, and I'm looking at a hill on that map, and somebody shines a flashlight on that map, you can still see the map. You're just seeing different pieces of the map. And that's exactly what it's like. So when Danny was moving this laser up and down, I was just seeing higher code that was up here and then code down here, just like someone shining a flashlight on it. So it was object permanent. And it was locked in place of like where it is for the most part. There were a few moving parts, some little things that looked like they were like gears, almost like a gear that you would see inside of maybe a cell or something like that. So you know what this reminds me of? The movie Contact, where like there's this weird signal, and eventually if you evolve to a place where you can put this like circus ride thing together with a steel ball with a human in it, then it allows you to transport. But this is like something like, if we kind of are able to figure out what the hell this is, there may be some formulaic structure to it that we can start predicting.
Do you think you have enough in you to do a part of that speech from from Contact? Because you look exactly like her dad in the movie.
This is how it's been done for millions of years. And you're an interesting species, an interesting mix. You're capable of such beautiful dreams and such horrible nightmares. And in all of our searching, the only thing that we found that makes this worthwhile is each other.